Alright, today we're going to talk about some more percent applications and kind of more real life applications. We kind of got into it a little bit in the last section, but all of this is going to actually be real life applications. So we're going to talk about markups, discounts, sales, tips, tax, all of that good stuff. So actually what we're going to do first is we're going to add a little bit of information over here on the left hand side. I'm only going to have two examples here, so what I did is I kind of made a cute little box up here. We're going to write in some formulas that we're going to use for this section. Okay, the first formula we're going to use is to find a sale price. So if you're out shopping and you see a sign that says on sale for 15% off, we have two different formulas that you can use. One of them is kind of a one-step formula, and then the other one kind of combines it all together. So the first one, that's going to be a two-step formula. You're going to have to find the sale price. You are going to take the original price minus the discount. Sorry, I can't fit that online. Now, to do that, you're going to have to do a two-step problem, which is kind of what we did in the last section. You're going to have to actually find the discount, and then once you do that, you're going to subtract it from the original amount. Now, we do have a way where we can combine it all into one step, which is what I would almost recommend kind of getting into the habit of using this one, because it's just so much easier. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your original amount, so whatever that original price is, and you're going to multiply by 100% minus the discount percent. So if it was 15% off, you would take 100% minus 15, which gives you 85%, and you would just have to take your original amount times 85, and that will give you the sale price. So yeah, it's a lot more convenient. That's the one that I'm going to kind of stress that you get in the habit of using, because it's just a lot easier. Okay, we can also find retail price. Now, what retail price is, it's what you buy at the store. So you buy a shirt at the store for $15. Okay, well, it doesn't take $15 to make that shirt. They have to mark it up. So we call retail price, or sometimes we also refer to it as a markup price. It's going to be very, very similar to the sale price, except where we subtracted the sale price, we're going to add. So to find the retail, you're going to take the whole sale price and you're going to add the markup. So the wholesale is what it takes to make that product, or what the company buys the product at, plus how much are they ever going to mark up. This right here, this markup, that's the money that they are making off that product. Okay, now similarly, we also have a one-step formula that we can use, which is going to be very similar to the one above, except this time you're going to take the whole sale price. You're going to take it times 100% plus the markup percent. Okay, and then just kind of two other ones. Sometimes today we're going to be talking about sales tax. Sales tax is really similar to the retail price because it's going to add to your ticket. We're also going to talk about tips. So if you're asked to find the total amount, for instance, if you're going out to eat, you're going to take the bill, whatever your bill was, plus the tax, plus the tips. And then finally, this one's going to be very, very important if we want to find an original amount, which is probably the trickiest part today. We are going to use the same, either one of the formulas from before. So if you want to find the original amount, your retail or your sale, either or, depending on what you're looking for, you're going to take your original or the wholesale, and you're going to multiply it by 100% plus or minus, once again, just depends, minus that other percent. We'll see exactly what that means once we get into those examples, and you guys will definitely see it probably make more sense once we get to examples. Okay, so let's get into those examples. I have 2 examples in this first one. Okay, we want to use the given information to find the new price. So if I have a wholesale price of $12 and we're going to mark it up 75%. So if I own a company and I buy something for $12 from my distributor, I want to make a good profit, so I'm going to mark it up 75%. Okay, so let's use both of those formulas. So for the first one, this is retail. Now they gave me the wholesale, and if it's a markup, I'm going to use that retail formula. So to find my retail, I need to find what that markup dollar value is going to be. So I need to find out what 75% of $12 is. So you're going to take 12 times 75 hundredths, and when you do that, you should get 9. Okay, so then I need to take $9 and add it to that original 12, because that's how much I'm marking it up. The $12 is how much I bought it for. So my retail price would be $21. Now for me, I prefer the other formula where you can just do it all in one step. So if I want to find the retail price, I can take my wholesale price times 100% plus my markup percent, which means I'm going to take 12 times 175%, or 12 times 1 and 75 hundredths, and you still get the same $21. Just the difference between 1 step and 2 step. Okay, this time let's look at a sale. So we have an original price of $180, and whatever this is, it's on sale for 20% off. Okay, so if we want to use that first method, I need to find my discount. To find the discount, I know I'm getting 20% off $180. So I need to find out what 20% of 180 is. So 180 times 20%. We don't want to work with percent, so we're going to change it to a decimal. And 180 times 2/10 is 36. So I'm saving $36. So I need to take my original amount, which is 180. We're going to subtract our discount, and you should get a sale price of $144. Now if we do this in the one-step formula, we can find the sale price by taking my original, multiplying it by 100% minus my sale. So we're going to take 180 times 80%, which is 180 times 8/10. You're still going to get $144. It's just in one step. Okay, next we want to find the total cost. So I have 2 examples over here as well. Okay, so there's going to be 2 different types of problems. Now, if I want to find the total cost, let's say I buy something, has an original price of $27, and I've got to pay a tax of 7%. This is very, very similar to actually the same thing as the markup percent, because if you buy something, you have to pay a tax, which increases the price. So just like before, we can either do this in 2 steps or 1. If we're going to do it in 2 steps, I first need to find how much I'm going to pay in tax. So to find the tax, I have to pay 7% of that $27. So I need to find out what 7% of 27 is. And when you do that, you should get $1.89. Now that has to be added to my total because that tax increases my cost. So I'm going to take that 27 plus $1.89. And you get a total cost of $28.89. Okay, if you wanted to do it in 1 step, we could find the total by taking my original times 100%, and since it's a markup, it's increasing my price, I'm going to add whatever my sales tax was. So I'm going to take 27 times 107%, or 27 times 1 and 7/100. You're still going to get that $28.89. Okay, the other type of total cost we can find is if you go out to eat, you got to leave a tip. So let's say I have the price of my food is $68. In addition to the food, you have to pay a tax, like always. And let's say the tax wherever we eat here is 6%, and we're going to leave a 15% tip. Okay, whenever you're calculating total cost here, remember that formula from above. I need to take the bill. So to find the total, I'm going to have to take the bill plus the tax, which is what we found earlier in the last problem, plus my tip. And we're going to find the tip the same way as we found the tax. So we're going to take my bill, which was $68, plus, in order to find the tax, I need to take 6% of 68, plus I'm going to tip 15% of my food bill. So the 6% and the 15% is of whatever your food costs. So we have 68 plus, whenever you take 68 times 6/100, you should get 4 8/100. And over here, whenever you take 68 times 15/100, you should get $10 or 10 and 2/10. And whenever you add all those together, your total bill would be $82.28. Okay, so all of those kind of just plugging numbers into a formula, deciding which one's going to work. This is where it gets a little tricky, is finding the original price. If it ever asks for the original price, you should be thinking you're going to have to set up a formula, and you guys will see why. Let's say that I have a retail price of $35 and it was marked up 80%. Okay, if you look up at your formula above, if I plug in those numbers into the equation that involves those numbers, hopefully you notice that formula says, and we're going to use the second one where it says retail equals wholesale times 100% plus my markup. What we're going to do is we're going to fill in all of those gaps. Okay, so retail, I know that. That's the information that I was given. Wholesale price, that's what I'm looking for. If we don't know something, we use a variable. And then I'm going to take 100% plus my markup percent was 80%. Okay, so let's go ahead and simplify the things that we know we can. 100% plus 80% is 180%. And let's change that 180% to a decimal. Okay, how would you solve for x? Hopefully you recognize that we are going to divide both sides by 1 8/10. And when you do that, you get x equals about $19.44. So kind of interesting. The wholesale price, so what they bought it for, was $19.44, and what they're selling it to you is 35%, so they're making a pretty good profit right there. Okay, well this time, if I know that the sale price is $80 and it was on sale for 30% off. Okay, this time we're going to use the formula that says sale price equals original times 100%, and since a sale is a decrease, we're going to subtract my sale percent. And we're going to go through and fill in the gaps that we know. So my sale price was 80. My original is what I'm looking for. Then I'm going to plug in 100%, and my sale price is 30%. So if we go ahead and simplify, I get 80 equals x times, and 100 minus 30 gives me 70%. And if we want to go ahead and change that into a decimal, you get x times 7/10, and to solve for x, you would divide both sides by 7/10. So you get x is about $114.50. $2.29. So that's how much it was originally before it went on sale.